Check the mic, 1, 2, we clear, ready to transmit. Pro fan hoops on the court, we got the game lit. Not talking highlight reels just for the common glance. We talking dedicated skills, taking every chance. From logo threes to rebounds, Chicago got the me bounds. Asia got 3 chips, Las Vegas Aces in the town. You tune into the channel if you want to get the facts. Women's basketball is fire, no need to relax.
What up, what up, what up? Great win tonight by the Indiana Fever. Had to scrap for that one. They had opportunities in regular time that they should have taken advantage of, but they couldn't. Forced it into overtime, and then they got it done. And tonight, as critical as I have been with KK Thompson on offensive side, defense, I ain't got no problem with it. Offense, I say it in jest, but I'm serious when I say this. She needs to go to wide receiver passing camp so she can learn how to use her hands. Having said that, she was the difference maker tonight on offense. Getting the ball up in the basket. She still, sometimes when somebody's in her face, she still hesitates for some reason because she can jump higher than anybody. She can jump higher than Okot. The only person I don't think she can jump higher than possibly is maybe Dominique Malonga. But everybody else that's taller than her, she could probably outjump Cardoso. She can outjump Angel Reese. I'm trying to think of Okot. She can outjump her. So it all depends. When she's in the right position and she goes up, there's nobody that can really jump with her. And she's very hesitant. Tonight, she was a little bit more assertive. She did a couple of double pumps, I don't think, when she has to. But again, I'm nitpicking. But she got the ball in the basket. They need to work on that alley-oop pass between her and Aaliyah Boston or whoever. They need to make that a play. Stephanie White need to draw that up and just literally just make that a play. There's nothing wrong with that. With her leaping ability, and if the defense is not ready for it, you can do that on either side of the rim. So, but tonight she was the difference maker. She was the difference maker with her 20 points. Aaliyah Boston with her double-double. Caitlin Clark, 1 assist away from a double-double. And let's be honest, she should have had like 11 or 12 assists. It's always that situation where, drop passes. And I know she had a turnover where it wasn't her fault. But Clark should probably had 3 turnovers tonight, not 5. But y'all know my rule: 5 and under, I can live with. 5 and under turnovers, I can live with. If you over 5, I'm complaining about some shit, because then you got to look at the other side and how many points did your team score off of the turnovers. And Kayla missed a couple of open. She had that look towards the end; it was wide ass open. And she took her time, set up the shot, and she just didn't make it. And sometimes I think in situations like that, when you get a look that open, shoot the ball immediately. Don't wait. Go up, get into your rhythm, and do what you normally do. If you are in practice in the gym and you tossing up threes, you don't stop and get yourself together like you shooting a free throw. You go within motion and get that ball up in the air. And every time, a lot of times I should say, people stop like that and want to set up the shot and take their time. And it's like you get yourself out of rhythm when you do that. So, but it is what it is. She had the open shot. She didn't make it. But Kelsey Mitchell, I believe, came down the very next position in possession and nailed one. So it's, you win some, you lose some. And they made the shots at the end that they had to make. Now, in the regular time, some of those shots was like, what are y'all doing in the paint? I've missed in layups, and Kelsey Mitchell was not very good at the rim today. She had to fight to get her 20 points, and she would not have gotten it without overtime. 9 for 22 game, not really that good. 3 for 10, 2 for 4, 6 for 24 from 3. But, again, I'm nitpicking. We got it done. We got it done. Let me see all of the box scores. What did they? 6 for 22, 6 for 24, and Atlanta was 8 for 32. So Atlanta didn't shoot much better from three, and they took more shots. It just wasn't a shooting night. We had to grind out up in the middle in the paint, and we got it. We got it done. Um, so I mean, they got it done at the end when they had to. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Carlos? Take an ugly win over a pretty loss any day of the week. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Uh, Everything that was going on against the Fever, Kelsey not really shooting well, and the girls fall back. Yeah, they did. They did. And that's what I try to tell people, man. Um, and think of it like this. And I'm saying this when we talking about this conversation about MVP and why is Kelsey Mitchell in the should be in the plans for the MVP or should be in the conversation, in my opinion, absolutely. Because if Kelsey Mitchell doesn't do what she does, they're in a bad way. Even she had to scrap for that 20 points, but if she doesn't give you that production, who's picking up the slack? So, and I said this the other night, Kelsey Mitchell and Caitlin Clark play in tandem. When both of them are making their shots, life is good in Indiana. Life is good. And this is a prime example of Kelsey was kind of on the struggle bus, but in my opinion, this is where Caitlin's passing ability kind of comes into play and kind of makes up for that. Because if you got 9 assists, that's at least 18 points right there. So I think of it in those terms. But I'm saying all that to say, as far as Kelsey Mitchell, if Kelsey Mitchell is not playing at a high clip, Indiana struggles. And the same thing happens with when Caitlin Clark is not on. This year. Last year they figured it out because Kelsey Mitchell took off. But this year they need the help. Later on in the game, I thought that Sophie Cunningham was not really contributing much offensively. So that would have made a better decision to put Lexi Hall on Alisha Gray because Alisha Gray was heating up. She was heating it up. And in my opinion, Lexi Hall is still a better defender than Sophie Cunningham. Sophie Cunningham has got the touch with her threes. When she gets hot, she can get in. Lexi Hall can hit the three. She just don't take the shots like that anymore. But she is still a better defender. She is still a better leaper. She is definitely a better ball handler than Sophie. So, you take that for what it's worth. She didn't do it, and it still worked out in our favor. But Monique Billings is making the most of her minutes. She's making the most of her minutes. She's been a pretty good force defensively. She had 2 blocks tonight. Her and KK Timpson. And KK Timpson, she didn't have any blocks. But if there was a category, if there was a stat for changing people's shots, she would be it. If they got a stat for that, she would be in there because of her leaping ability plus her wingspan with them arms going up in the air. It makes a difference. It makes a difference. Somebody's worked with KK and catching the traffic. She was a little better tonight. They still dropped some passes, but that's one of those things where they got to tighten up getting to the playoffs. And I like to see KK Timpson is so much better now than she was before the All-Star break. Monique Billings is so much better now than she was before the All-Star break. And I think Monique Billings is better because obviously she's older, KK Timpson being younger, and KK Timpson kind of turning it around for those offensive opportunities. That's allowing Monique Billings to get a little bit more rest. And it's working better. I think both of them are playing better. Michaela Timpson played 33 minutes today. 33 minutes. And she got her 20 points, 9 for 13 from the floor. That's what you need. 7 rebounds. Aaliyah Boston with a double-double. Sophie, she got 7 rebounds, so she's still on the hustle game. But they did what they had to do. Good game. It was scrappy. They had opportunities to close it out in regular time, and they couldn't do it. But they got it together and made the shots that they had to make and played the defense they had to make. Because down the stretch in the regular time, they had 3 consecutive stops on Atlanta, and they only got 1 point out of it. They got a foul, and I think KK Timpson made a free throw, if I'm remembering correctly. But 3 good stops, 3 good defensive stops on Atlanta, and they only got 1 point out of it. That's the stuff that Indiana has to be better at as they go into the playoffs, as they get ready for the playoffs. Because this is what this is all about. They said it in the broadcast. By Indiana winning this game, they've split the series. So now another game is going to matter, because that would have given, if Indiana would have lost, that would have given, I guess, however it would have came down, they would have had, Atlanta would have had the advantage going into the playoffs, I guess, for home court advantage, because they won their series. So we are at the point now where we are less than 12 games to the end of the season. Every game counts. Every game counts. Even if you're guaranteed to be in the playoffs, you're still looking at that positioning, who you're going to play and where you're going to have home court advantage, things like that. That's the type of stuff that matters. And you got to think of that. You got to think of that. Kev, man, just relax, bro. Just relax. We got it together. We did dodge some bullets, though. Yes, I agree 100%. I don't know what it is. It's 2 things that's been a bugaboo for Indiana this year. Is free throws, and I don't know what it is, but Indiana is good for watching a freaking rebound hit the floor. Launching all of them shots on offense and on defense. A lot of times they watch the rebounds come and it'll bounce long, and nobody gets themselves in position. And this is the one thing that I always give credit to Angel Reese for. Angel Reese, in my opinion, Angel Reese is the best in the WNBA when it comes to getting herself in position to get a rebound. She is the best, hands down. We'll get into her later and her misses and all that kind of stuff, but I don't understand why every game Indiana gives up, I want to say like 4 rebounds, because everybody just watches the ball and somebody will come in and steal it. Or when a shot goes up, everybody watches the shot instead of getting themselves in position in and around the paint to possibly get a defensive or offensive rebound. That's coaching, in my opinion. That's coaching. So, but again, nitpicks, they got it done. Yeah, KK was good. Yes, she was. Yep. She was getting it done. You put a hex on Gray. Man, listen, man. Alisha Gray was on fire tonight, man. I like Alisha Gray. She's my favorite player on that team. Don't really say much. She got a little mean streak. She can heat it up when she wants to. She's like the quiet assassin. And their tandem, in my opinion, it's not Angel Reese. Angel Reese is a complementary piece. The tandem is Ryan Howard and Alisha Gray. If those 2 together are getting it done, they are hard to beat. Angel Reese is going to get her buckets. Angel Reese, she's going to get the double-double. She's a walking double-double. Angel Reese gets double-doubles in her sleep. So you got to figure out a way to minimize that. So, but when you can get one, they did a good job on Ryan Howard. Ryan Howard was regular tonight. She wasn't bad. She just wasn't great. Alisha Gray went off 32 points, and you didn't have anybody else to match that production. We did. Kelsey Mitchell had to scrap for hers, but she got her 20. KK Timpson is what you're not expecting. She's the one you're not expecting. Just like when we played, I think when we lost that game to Minnesota and Courtney Williams went off. Courtney Williams had 20-some points. You're not expecting that from her. You're expecting to get what you get from Fee and from Olivia, but not Courtney Williams. You know what I mean? So when you're off player, the same way with us, when we get going and then all of a sudden Sophie Cunningham drops 5 threes and gets 15 points. You're not expecting that from her every time. So when you get production like that from your role players, it means more. It means more. So shout out to KK Timpson, girl. You did the damn thing today. That's what we've been waiting to see. That's what we've been waiting to see. And I'll reiterate that with KK going up on the minutes, I think Monique Billings has been playing better because of it. And I still think Monique Billings is a little bit better of an offensive threat than KK is, but she's becoming self-aware. Skynet is becoming self-aware. And if she still figures out how to get her hands together, and when she gets the ball in the paint, she has to immediately go up. I still say her spatial awareness is a little off. If she is anywhere around that inner circle under the rim, that girl needs to go up full tilt and just have a baby hook. She don't really need the backboard. She can jump that high. And she just needs to get a little bit more comfortable where she is around the rim, and she's going to be deadly. But she is a hell of a lot better than she was at the beginning of the year. She has made strides in that regard. So props to KK Timpson. Keep doing the damn thing. She's at Fever had a chance to draft Okot but chose Johnson. Yes, they did. I didn't understand that, but they did it. They did it. So, I thought Raven would be getting more minutes than Tyasha Harris. But Tyasha's playing well. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And that's the way things go when you got these rookies coming out. They got a lot of polish and a lot of shine and a lot of attention. But if it doesn't meet where they are, it's not going to work. You can't force that in. You cannot force it. Look at what's going on with what's the girl's name? I think she with the Mystics. Is that Georgia Amore? Georgia Amore was nasty in college, but she should not be starting, in my opinion. And it's up to the people in that organization to make those decisions. I'm still mad that we got rid of Pasol. I'm happy to see that Mercedes is getting some minutes, but she ain't quite comfortable yet. At least that's what it looks like to me. Hopefully she'll get there, but she don't quite look comfortable. But that's natural when you got somebody coming in from somewhere else and you got to get used to your surroundings. She don't know the personalities yet. It's very hard to just meld with your teammates. You get out there and play and everything, but personalities are personalities. You start a new job, you don't necessarily align with everybody you work with. You don't get along with everybody you work with. I say this all the time. Everybody has been in school, been in college, on your job, wherever it is, and you walk in and immediately you see a person, you be like, I don't like them. Well, why not? You never talked to them, you never seen them before, but you just get in that same space and you're like, yeah, we don't vibe. How is that possible? But it happens all the times on professional teams too. And I'm saying all that to say that maybe Mercedes is just not comfortable in her surroundings yet. She will get there because that's part of being a pro. This is part of the package. You got to deal with it. You got to, circumvent your friends it's like you got to recirculate the air in the vents. Come on. That's the way the sausage is made. So she'll get there. And I'm hoping she'll be able to offer something at her height. So AB, she got that turnaround. I like her with that spin move. You just gotta tighten that up a little bit. I like the way it's going. I like that you're using it a lot more. What I don't like, she does this. Angel Reese does this. Cardoso tends to stay high. And I'm trying to think if anybody else really does this. Okot has done this a couple times. And what's the other girl I'm trying to think of? Not Malonga, not Awa Fam. There's another big that I'm trying to think of, and I can't think of right now, that what they do is when they get the ball, Angel does this and Aaliyah does this. When they get the ball and they're doing their moves, they bring the ball low, almost to knee level. And it's like, what are you guys doing? Keep the ball high and go up with it. Angel gets low to the ground. She bends those long legs and she gets low and then she comes up with a lot of force. Aaliyah kind of gets off balance and she just kind of, because both of them had like that ugly shot. And it's like, that shot should have a little bit more arc. That's just not the way they're shooting it. But it's effective for them. However, when big guys, when big women bring the ball low, that's an easier place for the little guards and somebody to get their hands on it. That's why you're supposed to keep the ball high. So somebody can't come around the opposite side and get their hands on the ball. That's happened to AB. That's happened to Leah. Or not Aaliyah, but Angel. That's happened to a lot of those tall post players. Keep the ball high. So KK Timpson did the same thing. Sometimes in her hesitation, she's got the ball low, and then somebody can get their hands on it, and then she just can't come up as strong as she is. So just one of them things where you got to, some of the stuff that I think about. Yes, man, KK is coming right along. Kelsey captain her 20 back. And you know what? She had to work for that 20. But the thing I like about Kelsey is she hit some clutch shots when it was needed. She hit some clutch shots when it was needed. Princeton High School in the building, y'all. Kelsey Mitchell is from my high school in Cincinnati, Ohio. Princeton High School. Hall of Famers. I'm a Hall of Famer. She a Hall of Famer. Better recognize. Yes, Caitlin Clark would average 15 assists if people just call her passes. Now, she had a couple bad ones now. She tried to do it behind the back, and I was like, what are you, like, you getting too cute. You're doing too much. You're doing too much. But I agree. KK had a couple of key assists. Absolutely. Absolutely. AB got away with that foul under the basket, though. ATL would have won that game. Yeah, if they would have called it. But listen, man, you know what I say about the refs. The refs have been bad on both sides. The refs have been bad on both sides. That was that play late in the game where Sophie Cunningham had the ball and she traveled, and they didn't call it. I was like, yeah, that was a travel. But they didn't call it. So it goes on both sides, man. These refs are trash. That call on Caitlin Clark that gave Ryan Howard the 3 free throws, that was a horrible call. Horrible call. So I don't know. I don't know what it is with these refs. Whoever this new commission is that's going to come in when Kathy's gone, that's the first order of business, in my opinion. The first order of business is to figure out something that you're going to do with these refs. Something that's got to change with the refs. They have been bad for 3 seasons. And I'm only saying 3 seasons because that's how long I've been paying attention. So I don't know if it's been worse back in the day. I have no idea, but they have to get better with this referee situation. It's got to get better. It's got to get better. Because it's making the league look like a laughingstock. Yes, KK was the X factor. Absolutely. Yep, too many Clark's passes were bungled. She had the behind the back pass that she threw away. She should not have done that. And then she had the one where she dribbled off her foot. And it's like, at least twice a game, 2 to 3 times a game, Caitlin Clark is going to dribble the ball off her foot, or she's going to try to go in between her legs and just lose track of the ball. Every game. Every game she does this. When she tried to cross over, normally it's when she tries to cross over and she goes behind her back. When she keeps the ball low and she's coming in slow and like they're trying to play for time, she's good. But when she's on the move and she goes behind her back, sometimes she just loses track of the ball. Or she does a high dribble or something like that. Like every game, 2 or 3 times she has turnovers strictly off her dribble. And I'm like, you gotta tighten that up, Caitlin. Gotta tighten it up. So that's me putting my coaching hat on, me being critical. You said finally the stream is working. My stream wasn't working before. Seeing Angel miss that final layup that would have won the Atlanta game brought joy to my soul. Oh my God. Yeah, I put that in yeah, I've started like now when I'm watching a game, instead of just making a bunch of notes, I tend to put everything on my Twitter feed as I'm watching the game. And sometimes I'll try to put the game time in. Sometimes I'll cut paste from the play-by-play on Yahoo or ESPN or something like that. So I can just try to keep track of my thoughts. But yeah, because I put that, I was like, Angel gonna hear about that. There you go, right there. 52 minutes. There it is right here. I was like, man, Angel gonna hear about this one tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah. So I agree. I agree. She missed a couple shots, and it was like, come on, Angel, you can't miss wide open layups like that. Not at 6'4", when you made sure everybody knew you were 6'4" and not 6'3". She has to be better. There's a lot of her in the paint game that she needs to work on, in my opinion. Her defense is solid. Her defense is solid. But some of the stuff that she does on offense, I'm like, ain't no way you should be doing that at this level. She got to get better at that. Telling you, coach, the hero ball playing cost team games. Howard going for that 3 for sports in the highlight instead of driving to the basket is great. Yeah, that you talk about that Ryan Howard, yes. Because it was like it was a lazy shot and it was short. It was well short. I don't even think she hit the rim. So I agree with you. I agree with you. Drive to the rim, try to get a foul, or put up a better shot than that. Like I didn't under that. I didn't understand that. Too many bungled easy layups. Ugly win is still a win. Yes, it does not say UW. It just says W. I'm with you 100%. What about the 3-point foul on Howard at the end by CC? I thought that was a bad call by the refs. I thought that was a horrible call. And then when they reviewed it, they still gave it a call. And then Ryan Rucco tried to say, maybe it was her foot. Like, no, it wasn't her foot. That was it was a bad call. Sorry, it was a bad call. Howard kicked CC. Yeah. Yeah. Angel and her bad misses. Yeah. I mean, you can't. I like Angel Reese. And y'all know, and I'm saying that as a Indiana Fever Caden Clark fan, because I think a lot of people give Angel Reese crap undeservedly. But that criticism is valid because she misses a lot of shots at the rim. I think she does a disservice to her game shooting those threes like that. If she want to take the summer off and really hound them threes, but when you shoot a shot put 3 like she does, she's not a natural shooter. So maybe she'll get it. Maybe she'll get it. One of my guys that I usually collab with, my man Brooklyn, he was telling me, he sent me videotape. He sent me like YouTube clips when she was in high school. Angel Reese was a much better ball handler in high school. And then she got to LSU, or maybe it happened in Maryland. I don't know. But by playing in the post so much, she just didn't dribble. And what I saw her do in high school, she ain't doing it here. That's why she brings the ball down so much. She can dribble. She just don't have the handles that she used to, in my opinion. But she does have to get better getting that ball. She does have to be a better post shooter. You putting the ball up in the paint like that underneath the rim, and you 6'4" and you missing like you miss, that's unacceptable. So let me see. A win is a win. Yep. So yeah, she almost made that last throw at the game. That was funny. That was funny. So got to 95. Of course, Cam deserves a shine. Listen, man, everybody's game is not going to be super tight. At everybody's game, if Kelsey Mitchell drops 32 on you, the pendulum's going to swing the other way. I say that all the time. If Caden Clark is going to drop 45 on you, the pendulum's got to swing the other way. That's the way it goes. So what you want to do is you just want to minimize the swing. You don't want to have 45 here and then 12 this game. You want to still be up, 16, 18, 20 points and make your mark in other ways, assists, rebounds, hustle plays, stuff like that. So that's the way the sports goes. The pendulum is going to swing both ways. So we just had to outlast. We had an answer for Alisha Gray, even though she was the best shooter. The problem was she didn't have no complementary help. She didn't have none. Because I look at it like this, with the struggle of Kelsey Mitchell had to scrap for 20, right? But Ryan Howard, 17. So, and Kelsey Mitchell played less minutes. You know what I mean? So I look at stuff like that. And I go kind of like spot for spot. So Alisha Gray had 32. Caitlin Clark had 26, but she also had 9 assists. Um, and Alisha Gray again, 32, 7, and 5. She was on fire. She didn't have any complimentary, with the exception of Ryan Howard. And we had KK Timpson to Ryan Howard. You know what I mean? Or you could say Aaliyah Boston. We matched that production. 32 from Alisha Gray. Ryan Howard got you 17. Angel Reese got you 15. Well, we had 20, 26, and 20 and 18. So we had 4 starters in double digits. They only had 3. And that makes a difference. So better team game by Indiana than Atlanta. And even saying all of that, and I'm sitting here talking about all the good things that KK Timpson did and Caitlin did and Kelsey scrapping, all that type of stuff. Look at the score of the game. We still had to scrap for that win. I was talking to, I was going back and forth. I say talking, but in the chat, somebody was mentioning, I responded to something on YouTube, a comment on YouTube where they were talking about when Dallas beat Indiana early in the year. And it's like don't forget, Dallas shot the lights out, 57 and 52%. 52% from 3 and 57% from the floor. They shot the lights out that game, and they still only won by 3 points. That game came down to the wire, and we just didn't make shots. So even as good as they were, they still barely won that game. So there's a lot of losses that Indiana has had that they should have won. And I know there's that caveat, woulda, shoulda, coulda, don't do nothing but rhyme. But I look at it from the standpoint of, if Indiana plays that bad and still is within striking distance, that's saying something. That means if they tighten up a few things, it's going to flip over to the other side. And that's what it looks like has happened right now. That's what has happened right now. So they just need to keep doing it. And guess what? Again, all these haters, all these content creators that want to say Stephanie White this and Stephanie White that, is it Stephanie White's fault that they done won the last 5-6 games? Is it her fault, or is it only her fault when they lose? You gotta keep it a buck. You gotta keep it real. Everybody wanted to throw Stephanie White. They wanted to get her fired, and they get websites and YouTube or Twitter handles, fire Stephanie White, all of that type of stuff. Was it Stephanie White's fault was when Kelsey Mitchell went for 32 and Caitlin Clark went for 45 in the same game? Was it her fault then? So you got to keep that stuff even. With the Sophie stuff withstanding, in my opinion, she just made a bad call on that one. I don't understand that. She was 100% wrong in that situation. But guess what? Sometimes in sports, moments like that can galvanize a team. It's a little, you never know what's going to happen to bring everybody together. You never know. Sometimes it could be a coach getting fired. Sometimes I'm in the Philadelphia area. The Phillies fired their coach, their manager in the middle of the season. Now Don Mattingly is doing it, and now the Phillies have been playing fairly well, and they're probably going to get to the playoffs and all. So sometimes things like that can happen. That can galvanize a team. I said when that game happened and they won, I was like, there's going to be some serious conversations in that locker room. And I would think that they were, with Stephanie White coming out, banging the table and all that kind of stuff. But if you remember, regardless of what you think, I think she was 100% wrong in that situation. I didn't like her talking about Dejanay and all of that type of stuff. And it looked like she was defending her. And then she said she didn't see it in real time, but the replay said show her throwing her hands up in the air when the play happened. So just all of that stuff is not a good look, Steph. Not a good look. However, when your players come out the next day and got your back and got your support, that's the only thing that matters. So that moment may have galvanized Indiana, made them closer, made them tighter, made them better. That's the way sometimes it happens. Everybody want to talk about something and throw people under the bus. Everybody's quick to do that in these social media streets. But most of the people that do that probably have never played sports. And if you have played sports, you haven't played at a high level. The personalities and the things that you do in the locker room are very familial. Familial, not familiar. Familial, like family. Some of y'all in the chat, you know what I'm talking about. Your brother gets on your nerves. Your sister gets on your nerves. You can't stand them to get away from me. Don't touch me. Blah, 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 blah. Let somebody mess with your brother or your sister. Y'all fight 6 out of 5 days a week. Let somebody else mess with you ready to throw down. That's what you have in a locker room. When it's working. Got to put that caveat on it. When it's working. When everybody's on the same page and aligned. So when I hear Kelsey Mitchell as the leader of that team, Caitlin Clark is the best player in my opinion, right there. Kelsey Mitchell is the leader of that team. Do not get it twisted. Just because you are the best player does not mean you are the leader of that team. Caitlin Clark is a leader and probably is a captain, but in my opinion, Kelsey Mitchell is the captain of that team. She knows her role. She knows what's supposed to do. She knows when she's not having a good night. She knows to pass it off. She knows when to keep shooting, and she always keeps playing and doesn't make any excuse. She is the captain of that team, not Caitlin Clark, in my opinion. But it doesn't mean that Caitlin Clark is not a big influence in that locker room. That's what people get all mad all of a sudden. If it's not 100% one way or if it's not 100% the way I think it should be, everybody loses their shit. And it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, KK Rock. I think this was good for mental growth. Game for the Fever, especially for CC at the end. 2, I think it's good the Fever figure out wins when Kelsey Mitchell isn't 100. Today was the payoff for KK's growth. Yes, 3 for 3. I agree with all 3. Yes. Good mental growth. I wouldn't say mental growth. I would say just more team confidence and the fact that another notch in the belt against a good team. Because that was the criticism of them earlier. Caitlin Clark is only playing well against bad teams and can't win against good teams and all of that type of stuff. So at the right time of the year, looking better, getting towards the playoff against good teams. So I'm with you 100%. Mo usually has good mojo. Yeah, I was not on Mo early. I'm glad Mo has kind of turned it around because I was salty when they got rid of Natasha Howard. I was one of the few who was salty about that, and I caught flack for that. People swore up and down Natasha Howard was not good, and I was like, I don't know what y'all looking at, but what I see is a scrappy player that can still go and get them buckets and has got good size and can play defense. That's what I see. And you see what she's doing now with Olivia Miles when you got somebody that's actually looking for you. So I was not happy when they got rid of Natasha Howard. But what this goes to show you is it is amazing how people can look when they get with the right people that know how to use them. That all the difference in the world. It's a shame, but I would say 90% of the athletes that come into the pro level, regardless of sport, baseball, football, hockey, basketball, WNBA, doesn't matter. The biggest problem is a lot of these athletes, they go to teams and the teams don't know how to use them. Or the team and this is my big thing when it comes to coaches. The coaches want to run a scheme regardless of who's on their personnel, who's on their team. You make your scheme work with the personnel that you have, not vice versa. Not vice versa. You don't do that. Because I said it before, Olivia Miles, shout out to Cheryl Reeves. I am not a Cheryl Reeves fan. I am not crazy about Cheryl Reeves at all. However, I got to give her props because Cheryl Reeves is known to be a veterans coach. She loves her veteran players. And for her to let Olivia Miles play the way she's playing and play with her personality and her moxie and her aggressiveness, for her to let her do that is paying crazy dividends for Olivia Miles. And all coaches won't do that. Look at Tyler Marsh in Chicago. Why the hell was Sydney Taylor sitting on the bench for so long? Is it Sydney Taylor or Sydney Carter? Sydney Taylor, I think. Why was she sitting on the bench for so long? I don't get that. I don't get that. So you got these guys in these positions that are paid to be the smartest guys in the room, and they're not. They're not. And a lot of athletes suffer for that. You got to get the people on the court that should be on the court. That's the way we think it should work, but it doesn't. There's too much favoritism. There's too much nepotism. And it just doesn't happen like that. Caitlin Clark is in the conversation for MVP. She's in the conversation. I am not going to sit here and try to disregard what Asia Wilson has done with consistency all year. You cannot do that. I don't care how much you don't like her. The stuff that Asia Wilson does is ridiculous. We want to put Kelsey Mitchell, rightfully so. We want to put Kelsey Mitchell in that conversation because she got this crazy streak of 20 points, 20-point games. Go look at Asia Wilson's stats for the year. And if you're looking at the most valuable player, think about this. Go find games from Las Vegas where Asia Wilson did not play. That's the difference. I'm not doubting because we saw a whole season last year that we didn't have Caitlin Clark, and Kelsey Mitchell picked up the slack. So it all goes back to what attributes they really want to give that voting. Can your team function without you? Is that the true essence of what an MVP is? Can your team function? Can your team win? Can your team play defense without you? Last year, as much as I love Caitlin Clark, last year Kelsey Mitchell proved that they could. That was the argument when people that love trying to throw Caitlin Clark under the bus. That was the argument. They can win. They can still win without Caitlin Clark. The Indiana Fever might be better without Caitlin Clark. And it's like, no, they're not. That was last year. They had different pieces on the puzzle last year. Different team this year. So you can't say that. And as you've seen, doesn't always work out that way. So, but it is fair and it is right when you look at Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark is third in scoring, and she first in every other damn category. Good grief. And here's the problem. Because if you took Caitlin Clark's stats and applied that to anybody else, not named Asia Wilson, everybody would be screaming from the high heavens that person would be the MVP. I do think there's a lot of bias against Caitlin Clark because she has been as advertised, and everybody is pissed off about it. My opinion. It is a lot of bias about her. because she got all the hype, she got all the attention, she got all the endorsement deals. You get it. Everybody wasn't. Well, it's more than her. It's more than her. Well, didn't nobody say it wasn't? But she's doing everything as advertised. There's not too many people that you can say are as advertised. Sometimes they got to work their way through it or work their way up to it. They came out 3 years ago and they finally reaching their potential. And the last 3 years, these players coming out of college basketball into the WNBA, the last 3 years, they have been lighting your ass up. Caitlin Clark was lighting your ass up. Paige Beckers was lighting your ass up. And now Olivia Miles is lighting your ass up. And Juju Watkins is coming. Hannah Hidalgo is coming. Sarah Strong is coming. And they just going to move. They're going to continue to move the needle. So, yes, Caitlin Clark finally embraced the physicality of the league and it unlocked her whole game. Yeah, it did. But also you could say last year, a big reason why she got hurt was because she put on too much muscle too fast. Some people believe that. I'm somewhere in the middle because I know that is a real phenomenon. When you see somebody getting banged around, when you see Paige Beckers as live as she is getting banged around, what's the first thing everybody says? Oh, come on, you got to get your weight up. Well, there's a cost to that. And if you don't do it the right way, you get your weight up and you build the muscle. And if you got little joints and your tendons haven't caught up, that's when you have partial tears. That's when you have pulls. That's when your body needs to do it naturally. And the problem is now with all of these supplements and stuff like that, it's pretty easy to get really big really fast. But you got to be able to do it naturally and all of that type of stuff. You really got to take your time and think about how that's getting done. I believe that's a big reason, or I should say that is a reason why Caitlin Clark got hurt last year. I think she had a little bit too much bulk and her body was trying to compensate and catch up. And you get those soft tissue tears. That's where that comes from. It's not the only place where it comes from, but that can be a big contributor. Now, Caitlin Clark is not as big as she was last year. Because remember, when she started the year last year, it was very noticeable. Her arms were ripped. It was very noticeable. Now she kind of slimmed down. You can tell she's a little stronger. She's a little bit more cut, but in my opinion, she's not as big as she was last year. She brought it back down a little bit, and she's been better for it. ATL guard dribbled too much, too many forced shots with the clock expiring. Yeah. Also, that's good defense by Indiana. And they still going to ref Clark unfair. Paige and Miles have favorable calls. I watch their games complaining, talking trash, and they rarely get tech calls. CC gets fandom calls. Yes, she does. She does. But here's my logic. Here's me putting my coach hat on again, and I can't help it. There's not much you can do about that. That's a Kathy Engelbert problem. That's not a Caitlin Clark problem. Unfortunately, it's up to her to deal with it. Caitlin Clark should not have 7 technical fouls. Realistically, she should only have about 5, in my opinion. When she got the clapping foul, that was bullshit. And when she got the not the one that just got rescinded, but the one before that, when she told the girl, look at the scoreboard. She should only have 5 technical fouls. So the refs have been the whole problem this whole time. Let's keep it a buck. Angel Reese shouldn't have 7 either. Angel Reese should only have like 4. So when I say that the refs are horrible, it ain't just about because Caitlin Clark didn't get a call. It's across the whole freaking league. And it's the inconsistencies. Now, the inconsistency is where you have an argument, where it seems like sometimes they are picking on Caitlin Clark. To me, that's fair. because you can look at, I always use the Portland game as an example. That was the crash out game when her and Stephanie White got into it. And when you go back and look at the tape, Caitlin Clark was right. All she was doing was standing there with her hands up. She got 6 inches of space, and they was calling the foul. And it's like, what are y'all doing? Are y'all even looking? And it was a bad look. And then what happened after that? Because I thought it was very interesting after that. And it's just coincidence, but that's just the way it played out, at least in my head. Because after that happened, after the blow up between her and Stephanie White, because she wasn't getting no calls, what happened after that? Raven Johnson gets in the game. She fouls out in 5 minutes. Right? But when you looked across the league, very soon after that game, you see everybody crashing. Angel Reese had a crash out with the refs. Courtney Williams had a crash out with the ref. Brianna Stewart had a crash out with the refs. Everybody was bitching and moaning about the refs, being demonstrative, getting in the face. Everybody was doing the same thing because the calls were so bad. And the calls and the officiating was so inconsistent. Everybody was doing it. So it's not just because it seemed like they picking on Caitlin Clark. It's because it's bad across the league, and it gets to the point where it's laughable. And you got replays and different angles where you see the official is less than 10 feet away looking at the play, and they swallow the whistle and then call it. And it's like, if it's obvious, you got to call it. If it's obvious, you got to call it. If you want to call it tight, okay. But when it's obvious stuff, just call it. That would have eliminated a whole lot of problems. A whole lot of problems. So, I still don't think, I think there should be a rule. There is no way that a coach should have to expend a challenge to see if the ball was tipped out of bounds. Trying to figure out who gets possession of the ball should not have to come to a challenge. That should be automatic. That's in the realm of play. 2 people going for a rebound out of bounds. Who touched the ball last? That should not be a challenge. That should be an automatic ref review, period. Maybe they'll do that next year when they have their replay booth. Maybe they'll implement that. I don't know. But there is no way a coach should have to challenge whether or not their player tipped the ball out of bounds. That should be automatic. That's some of the stuff that they gotta get better at next year with the CBA, the new commission, all that kind of stuff. So the new commission's got to get these officials together. The second thing they got to get together is they got to do media training on a lot of these players. They have to. They have to. The foul on Sophie Cunningham by Dejanay Carrington is not the issue. The issue is what she said after in the locker room. That's the issue. And it just opens up a Pandora box. And somebody posed this question, and I had to think about it for a minute, and I was like, damn, that's a good question. And the question was, if you gonna suspend Sandy Brondello for using a term endangered species, and Dejanay doesn't get suspended, that's not a good look for the league, in my opinion. That was a whole nother conversation. I knew exactly what Sandy Brondello was saying when she said it. I didn't take any racial offense to it, but she wasn't saying it to me. I know exactly what she's talking about. Anybody that has a logical brain, when you say endangered species, what's the thing with endangered species? You do not touch them. Leave them alone. Don't get close to them. Leave them. Don't hunt. You know exactly what that meant. But she wasn't saying it to me, and some people didn't get it, and she got suspended for it. Well, guess what? What Dejanay did is not just as bad. Consistency. Consistency is what you need. Ocho and Shannon said all good players get upset, and it seems like they are all yelling at the coach, but are super competitive and want to yell at the refs, just venting to the coach. Yes, absolutely. That is correct. Some people do it more than others because you got to take somebody's personality into consideration. So somebody, yes, that is a great point. But because they got the eyes on them, everybody want to nitpick every little thing. The people that hate Caitlin Clark, they will always want to nitpick that. The people that want to nitpick Angel Reese always want to bring that up. So whoever it is that you want to nitpick, it's a negative when it fits your particular opinion on that. You don't worry about it if it happens to anybody else. That's why I bring up the whole situation with Caitlin Clark. I saw people making whole videos. Caitlin Clark is not good for the league. All these crash outs with the refs, it's just immature. And I'm like, what? But then when somebody else does it, when A'ja Wilson was going off and doing all of this in front of the ref and other athletes, it's not just A'ja Wilson. It was a whole bunch of people that was doing it because the refs were horrible. They had every right to be pissed off. Why you think you always see in my Twitter feed, why you think I'm always saying keep that same energy? Matter of fact, the girl that made that video, I went in her comments and I said, keep that same energy for A'ja Wilson. She's not wrong. Or I should say A'ja Wilson is not wrong for being pissed off. And that's when you're in an emotional situation, you're going to have to let some of that steam out. It's inevitable. You got to do it. Yes, every fan base thinks the refs are out to get them. Remember when they were saying Caitlin Clark gets the whistle? Remember the Caitlin Clark whistle and the A'ja Wilson whistle and the Angel Reese whistle? Everybody got a whistle till they don't. How Angel Reese got a whistle and she got 7 texts? How Caitlin Clark got a whistle and she got 7 texts? Like, think it through. Like, even I did a video earlier today, like what did I say? That there is a pandemic of thin-skinnedness in a lot of WNBA fans. Because like they get so bent out of shape over every freaking thing. And it is like, oh my God. It's exhausting. It's like y'all sound like little tattletales, like your little brother running to tell your mom what you did, trying to tell on you. Ooh, I'm telling mama. Remember what's happening? And D used to say that, ooh, Roger, I'm telling mama. That's what some of these fans look like. Always trying to point something out. I saw the thing. Olivia Miles liked the post where somebody said, I've been hearing this for 2 years now, 2 years, because they said it with Paige and they said it with Olivia. Basically, the post was saying Olivia Miles is what everybody thought Caitlin Clark should have been. And I'm like, okay, you got a right to say that if you want to say that. It ain't true. Olivia Miles is breaking records. And guess whose record she's breaking? Caitlin Clark's. So what are you talking about? But it's not that somebody said it. It's the reaction that Olivia Miles liked that post. Oh, she hates Caitlin Clark and this disrespect. And it's like, shut up. Y'all gotta have some of y'all gotta have the most thin skin. It's just like, good Lord. God forbid a young player that's very good got an ego. Caitlin got an ego. A'ja got an ego. Angel got an ego. Brianna got an ego. How come Olivia can't have an ego? That's part of what makes them great. Ugh. Yeah, thin-skinned pandemic. CC fans just want her to be treated fairly. She is treated fairly. What is fair? She is treated fairly. The problem is nobody's treated fairly. And in that statement is the fairness. The only thing the officials are consistent at is being inconsistent. So she's getting the same horrible calls like everybody else is. The only difference is that Caitlin Clark has way more eyes on her than anybody else. So it seems like it's only happening to her. It happens to everybody. Everybody's got horrible calls. Remember when Sandy Brondello was bitching about the playoffs when she took New York to the title? Remember she had that press conference and she was like, just keep it fair? That was because of the officials. That was 2 years ago. Same problems is happening. Same problems is happening. It's across the league. And the only reason that everybody thinks that it's Caitlin Clark is because she gets the lion's share of the views. So I try to keep it real in that. Everybody gets bad calls. You're going to win some, you're going to lose some. The calls that you are bitching about now, you will benefit from in the next game. That's the way it works. That's the way it always works. Yeah, that's the one thing the WNBA is doing, and a lot of people do. They nitpick these stats, and it's like, whoever talked about stuff like this before? How do you okay? Is it the first person to 1,000 points, or is it the first person to 1,050 points and 22 rebounds instead of 50 rebounds? Or, like, they really mess with the stats to make it work. Caitlin Clark is the only person to score 25 points and sit at the end of the bench and take 30 steps into the locker room and go to the bathroom. That's a new record. Like, that's what it seems like. They're coming up with ridiculous shit. Yes, their stats, and this is why I say this, and this applies to any sport that you watch. Numbers don't lie, but they do deceive. Numbers don't lie, but they do deceive. Easy example. This is a very simple example. Tyasha Harris is 1 for 2 from 3 tonight. She only really took one shot. She fired up a 3-point from half court line as time was going out. Do you really want to count that? But you have to count it because she shot it. The numbers are not lying, but they do deceive. So, I take all of that type of stuff into consideration, man. Uh-oh. They don't make up stats, but they do kind of, like, they hit you with the curveball every now and then. I will admit that. They hit you with the curveball. And what was the other thing? Hold on. I saw this. Let me go to my profile. I wanted to talk about this. Yeah, I was mad today. I ordered an omelet from IHOP, and I ordered a steak omelet. They gave me mushrooms. I was pissed. Just thought I'd throw that out there. Did I do this? I can't find it. Did y'all see the oh, I know what it is. WNBA on Ion. Everybody was going off about this. About the promo for the game had Lexi Hall, and it was Lexi Hall. It was like this, but it was, yeah, here we go. When we played Dallas, they got Lexi Hall and Paige Beckers, and everybody was going crazy about, like, why didn't you put Caitlin Clark on the promo? Like, what's WNBA screwing up again? Well, first of all, that's Ion. That's not the W. Well, I guess if you want to say it's the WNBA on Ion. So I would think that that's Ion. But here's the problem, and this is what people don't realize. Right? The reason why they did this is because what is everybody going to say if Caitlin Clark is not on the marquee, if she's not on the poster? What are they going to say? Why didn't you put Caitlin Clark on the poster? And look at this right here. I don't know if you can see this. 3.6 million people reacted to this. That's why. Don't y'all understand how the sausage is made now? It doesn't matter if you get bad traffic. It doesn't matter if you get good traffic. It's all traffic. 500,000 of them, 3.6 is detractors, and the other half is promoters. But it's still 3.6 million people that reacted with this. They viewed this graphic. That's the only thing that matters. They don't care if it's positive or negative. That's exactly why they do that. We dealing with the same thing here in Philly. Every time somebody puts up something that rips Jalen Hurts, the views and the traffic on that go through the roof. Why you think there's so much media attention to Jalen Hurts? Because he's polarizing now, and everybody wants to chime in on the conversation. I don't give a damn what it looks like on the poster. They must have been right because they got 3.6 million views. So they did something right. But at the end of the day, it don't matter because we watch the game anyways. So who cares who's on the marquee? It's if you want to watch the game, watch the game. If you a true fan, it don't matter who on the marquee anyway. You was watching anyways. So just, stuff like that, it irritates me sometimes. I'm like, why y'all worried about that? Why are we worried about that? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Holman's wide open shots, but still Hall is a better defender than Sophie is, in my opinion. But in any case, man. All right, I think about might be time to land this plane. We've been rocking for about an hour, man. It's all good, man. It was a good game tonight to wrap things up. Indiana Fever, they had to scrap for it, but they got it. Remember, it doesn't say ugly win. It just says win. They had to scrap for it. Kelsey Mitchell had to scrap for her 20, but she got her 20, damn it. She got her 20. That's all that matters. Caitlin Clark dishing out the assists. Still got to work on some of them passes, but I'll live with that. She's making it happen. She is definitely number 2 right now in the MVP conversation. I don't care what anybody say. Look at the stats. It's going to be kind of hard to usurp Asia. Asia's like Tom Brady. Tom Brady kept winning, and it's like the folks got mad because he kept winning. That's the best example I could give. She ain't stopping. She ain't slowing down. So, but I do agree that Kelsey Mitchell is in that conversation too. But I think, in my opinion, it should be Asia Wilson is number 1, Caitlin Clark is number 2, Olivia Miles is number 3, and Kelsey Mitchell is number 4. Those are my top 4 candidates for MVP. I got to give extra credit to Olivia Miles because she's doing what she's doing with the best team in the league as a rookie. You got to get extra credit for that, in my opinion. So, but, all right, man. I'm going to land this plane. We was rocking for 1:09. So, do me a favor. Tell your people you love them while they're here. If y'all want to continue to have this conversation in the chat, I'm going to leave my animation on. I'm working on a new animation. I'm working on let me see. Can I do this? I thought I had one. But yeah, when I put that animation up, I'm working on a new city, a new layout, so you guys can see it just as a looped animation, a screensaver, if you will. So I'm working on some new things, put some new pictures up there because I still got old stuff like this graphic that I'm running now. It still got Angel Reese playing for Chicago. I gotta update that. So, but I'm the one that's doing all these graphics and all that kind of stuff. So sometimes it just takes time. But I appreciate everybody in the chat, man. I like it. Do me a favor. Next time I'm doing the WNBA. I got a guy coming on tomorrow. I saw his Instagram channel and I immediately invited him on. I believe he's a referee down in Atlanta. And man, he be giving these young cats the business. He be coming at them the way they come. He goes at them the way they come at him. Like he from the streets and he don't play no games. And it's fun seeing how he interacts with some of the players and some of the BS that these guys be throwing their way. So it'll be fun talking to him. That's tomorrow night at 8. But yeah, y'all can stay on the channel, keep this chat going, discuss your conversations. In the meantime, you guys have been fantastic. Next time we meet, do me a favor, call your friend, call your grandmama, call your play cousin, and invite them to the show. All right, we got to make this thing grow. But I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all to no end. All right, I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. Peace.
Uh-huh.